The CIA document, The Adam and Eve Story by Dr. Chan Thomas, discloses that Earth experiences cataclysmic events roughly every 6,500 years, resulting in the annihilation and regeneration of civilizations. He proposed that these cataclysms are natural, cyclical phenomena that alter the Earth's surface and human history. Oddly enough, shortly after it was published in 1966, after the CIA classified it, it was quickly removed from the public domain. The book discusses significant catastrophes, such as pole shifts, mass extinctions, and the recurrent annihilation of advanced civilizations. It remained largely concealed until certain segments were disclosed years later. The declassified CIA document by Dr. Chan Thomas indicates that Earth experiences cataclysmic events roughly every 6,500 years, resulting in the annihilation and regeneration of civilizations. He proposed that these cataclysms are natural cyclical phenomena that alter the Earth's surface and human history. Currently, just 57 pages are accessible. Nevertheless, they are extensively redacted, raising numerous inquiries on the book's actual content. Individuals are intrigued by the reasons this book may be deemed perilous and the rationale for the CIA's desire for its concealment. American electrical engineer and psychic doctor Chan Thomas developed a theory of worldwide apocalypse in which drastic changes in Earth's electromagnetic fields caused the crust to become more viscous, accelerating continental drift. In the 1950s, Dr. Thomas served as a project engineer for Bell Aircraft's missile guidance system and Douglas Aircraft's Skyhawk program. Subsequently, in the late 1960s, he was employed by McDonnell Douglas to collaborate with Robert Wood's Advanced Concepts Research and Development Team, which focused on UFO and other science projects. The concept of pole shifts has captivated scientists and sparked arguments for numerous years. Charles Hapgood was among the initial proponents of this approach in the mid-20th century. He posited that the Earth's outer layer could shift over the interior layers, resulting in a change in the position of the poles. According to Hapgood's notion of Earth's crustal displacement, these shifts might occur quite quickly and cause significant changes to the planet's climate and topography. Initially, numerous scientists dismissed Hapgood's theories, but he garnered attention when Albert Einstein expressed interest in his research. Although Hapgood's theory did not gain widespread acceptance, it facilitated further investigation into the potential alterations of the Earth's magnetic poles. Currently, it is understood that the magnetic poles actually shift, albeit usually at a gradual pace. The potential for swift catastrophic changes continues to be a focus of active investigation. A terrifying forecast regarding abrupt pole changes was made by Dr. Chan Thomas, and he posited that these changes may occur rapidly, potentially within a single day, and result in significant calamities. He stated that these rapid alterations could precipitate significant earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis, culminating in extensive destruction. Although the majority of scientists express skepticism over such swift transitions, the concept continues to engage the curiosity of both scholars and the general populace. Mass extinctions have destroyed numerous species throughout Earth's history, altering the trajectory of life on our planet. Certain scientists propose that these extinctions may be linked to polar shifts or other significant geological occurrences. This era experienced a substantial decline in global temperatures attributed by some to a comet impact or a major pole shift. Theories of ancient, highly developed civilizations that might have been wiped out by unexpected disasters have also been sparked by these tragic occurrences. Proponents of these theories contend that evidence of these ancient civilizations is discernible in myths and enigmatic archaeological sites. Nevertheless, conventional archaeologists exercise caution and emphasize the necessity for more substantial evidence prior to altering our concept of history. Certain experts propose that significant environmental changes may have influenced the flood narratives across diverse cultures. It is believed that ancient individuals witnessing the devastation caused by rising seas transmitted these narratives to caution others on nature's might. In his book, Dr. Chan Thomas goes one step further and claims that these flood myths are based on actual catastrophes brought on by changes in the Earth's poles and other catastrophic occurrences, rather than being merely fanciful stories. He contends that these tales serve as historical accounts of earlier calamities that nearly wiped humanity. Thomas posits that our predecessors crafted these narratives to commemorate events and caution future generations about their potential reoccurrence. Throughout history, human civilizations have risen, flourished, and eventually fallen, leaving behind remnants and mysteries of their existence. This pattern has led some researchers to theorize that humanity may indeed have a time limit, a built-in cycle of creation and collapse that recurs every few 1,000 years. From the ancient Sumerians and Egyptians to the classical Greek and Roman empires, history suggests that each civilization reaches a peak before succumbing to decline. The consistent recurrence of these falls has prompted questions about whether our current civilization might be subject to a similar fate. Could humanity be bound to a cycle of rise and collapse, destined to rebuild only to fall once again? The idea of civilizations having a time limit is not without basis. Historically, great societies have risen to unprecedented heights only to experience sudden or gradual declines. One of the earliest known civilizations, the Sumerians of ancient Mesopotamia, thrived around 4,500 BCE. They established cities, created writing systems, and developed complex social and political structures. However, over time, factors such as environmental degradation, invasions, and internal conflict led to their decline, and eventually the Sumerian civilization dissolved into other rising empires. Similarly, ancient Egypt enjoyed nearly 3,000 years of relative stability and cultural advancement. It was one of the longest-lasting civilizations in human history, and its achievements in architecture, medicine, and art were unparalleled. Yet Egypt also fell, gradually losing power due to invasions, political fragmentation, and economic pressures. By the time of Cleopatra, the once great civilization was subsumed into the expanding Roman Empire. Another example is the Roman Empire, whose rise and fall remains one of the most studied cases of civilizational decline. At its peak, Rome controlled vast territories across Europe, North Africa, and Asia, and its influence shaped much of Western civilization. However, internal corruption, economic challenges, and relentless invasions by outside tribes eventually led to the collapse of Rome in 476 CE. The fall of Rome marked the end of classical antiquity and the beginning of the so-called Dark Ages in Europe, a period of reduced knowledge, cultural decline, and political instability. The patterns observed in ancient civilizations have led scholars to explore theories of cyclical collapse. One such theory is that of the Four Ages, an ancient Hindu concept that divides human history into repeating cycles: the Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Each cycle represents a gradual decline in human morality and civilization, culminating in chaos and destruction before a new age begins. According to this theory, humanity is currently in the Kali Yuga, an era characterized by moral decay, conflict, and instability, signs that some interpret as precursors to a major civilizational reset. Similarly, the philosopher Oswald Spengler proposed in The Decline of the West that civilizations have a life cycle akin to that of living organisms. They are born, mature, grow old, and eventually die. He argued that Western civilization, like those before it, would also undergo a period of inevitable decline. Spengler's ideas have influenced historians and sociologists who study the life cycles of civilizations, suggesting that human societies may be subject to forces beyond their control that lead to eventual decay and collapse. Another theory, known as the Malthusian trap, posits that civilizations expand until they reach the limits of their resources, leading to collapse. This theory, based on the work of Thomas Malthus, suggests that population growth eventually surpasses the available resources, resulting in famine, conflict, and decline. The collapse of the Mayan civilization is often cited as a possible example where a combination of drought, overpopulation, and resource depletion likely contributed to its downfall. The recurrence of civilizational collapse raises a pressing question. Is our modern global civilization bound to face a similar fate? Many researchers argue that while technology and globalization have advanced human society in unprecedented ways, these same factors have also increased the risk of widespread collapse. Unlike past civilizations, modern society is interdependent, with complex networks of trade, communication, and technology linking nearly every country. This interdependence, while a strength, also means that a crisis in one area can ripple across the globe, potentially destabilizing entire systems. Environmental degradation, climate change, and resource depletion are among the most significant challenges facing humanity today. While ancient societies like the Sumerians and Maya may have collapsed due to localized environmental factors, the modern world faces global environmental issues that impact all nations. In addition to environmental challenges, the rise of technology and artificial intelligence presents a double-edged sword. While these advancements hold the promise of solving many human problems, they also introduce risks such as economic inequality, loss of employment, and ethical dilemmas related to autonomy and surveillance. Some experts warn that without careful management, the rapid pace of technological change could destabilize societal structures, potentially leading to unrest or loss of control over powerful systems. While the theory of civilizational cycles suggests that collapse may be inevitable, there are lessons from history that modern society can use to potentially avoid repeating past mistakes. Resilience, adaptability, and sustainable practices are key to ensuring the longevity of any civilization. Ancient societies that failed to adapt to environmental changes, for example, were often the ones that faced the most severe declines. The fall of the Mayan civilization, believed to be partially due to environmental mismanagement, serves as a cautionary tale for the importance of sustainable resource use. Dozens of residents in the Philippines have just reported today that millions of fish have made their way on land, which has caused many to suggest that something big could be about to happen. Oddly enough, the event which happened on the January 7th sparked confusion for those who witnessed it, with many saying that this wasn't triggered by a predator in the area. Various videos and photographs were taken, which showed the fish desperately trying to make their way on land. Residents who live close to the area reported on social media that animals have been acting strange throughout the area, further adding that it's not just marine life that has been displaying odd behaviors. Birds, for example, have been seen flying to higher ground, with one resident saying that mammals have also been observed doing this, and it's led some to suggest that something big could be about to happen. Intriguingly, there is compelling anecdotal evidence that indicates certain animals, such as fish, may possess an inherent capacity to detect and anticipate natural calamities. Although the precise mechanisms behind this phenomenon are still not fully grasped, it is plausible that fish have the ability to perceive subtle environmental cues or changes in atmospheric pressure that serve as telltale signs of impending disasters, such as earthquakes or tsunamis. When it comes to the remarkable ability of fish to sense impending natural disasters, an intriguing aspect emerges, suggesting a connection between these animals and the premonition of catastrophic events. In this intriguing hypothetical situation, it is proposed that fish have the extraordinary ability to perceive an imminent natural calamity like a tsunami, and instinctively, they react by swimming onto dry land, seeking refuge from the devastating repercussions that such an event may bring. Although this notion is purely speculative and lacks concrete evidence, it introduces a fascinating dimension to the intricate interplay between animals and their surroundings, expanding our understanding of their adaptive behaviors and the profound connections they share with their environments. Evidence abounds of animals, fish, birds, reptiles, and insects, exhibiting strange behavior anywhere from weeks to seconds before an earthquake. However, despite extensive research, we are still unable to fully comprehend and predict the consistent and dependable patterns of behavior that occur before seismic events. Additionally, there is a lack of understanding regarding the underlying mechanism that would explain the occurrence of such patterns. A social media user recently shared an interesting observation regarding their koi pond. They noted that one day, while gazing at their beloved fish, they noticed an intriguing behavior. The fish seemed to be swimming tirelessly in circles, captivating the observer's attention for hours on end. In the early part of March, an incident took place where she recounted that within a few days, her residing area experienced the impact of an earthquake measuring 4 on the magnitude scale. The occurrence left a significant impact, causing both physical and emotional upheaval in the region. China, positioned on the Pacific Ring of Fire, finds itself situated in a region highly susceptible to seismic activity and earthquakes. This geographical location exposes the country to frequent tremors and geological disturbances. The Pacific Ring of Fire is an expansive region that constitutes a circular belt encircling the Pacific Ocean. This region is renowned for its notable predisposition towards heightened seismic activity, including frequent earthquakes, along with a propensity for volcanic eruptions. China is located in a region where the Eurasian Plate and the Indian Plate meet, forming a boundary between these two significant tectonic plates of the Earth's crust. This geological position makes China highly susceptible to seismic activity and geological phenomena. The convergence and impact of these two tectonic plates have given rise to an intricate network of fault lines that traverse across China, giving way to a recurrent occurrence of seismic events. Yes, earthquakes occur frequently in China. However, the nation has taken significant initiatives to reduce their adverse effects. The measures implemented to mitigate the impact of earthquakes encompass a variety of strategies. Fish have the ability to be driven towards land when faced with abrupt and significant transformations in their underwater surroundings. These environmental disruptions, such as sudden fluctuations in water temperature, levels of oxygen, or the density of pollutants, can create inhospitable conditions in their aquatic habitats. Consequently, fish may opt to temporarily inhabit land as a strategy to cope with and adjust to these modified circumstances. This adaptation allows them to find temporary refuge and seek a more suitable environment until their original habitats stabilize. In these cases, venturing onto land becomes a survival mechanism for fish, enabling them to navigate and respond effectively to the challenging alterations in their aquatic ecosystems. When faced with rising temperatures that result in a lack of oxygen or the rapid growth of harmful algal blooms in aquatic ecosystems, fish may resort to migrating to land for short periods. This migration is driven by an urgent necessity to adapt and survive the increasingly deteriorating conditions in their aquatic habitats. During their temporary stays on land, fish seek out oxygen-rich environments and alternative food sources, enabling them to evade the challenges of their compromised aquatic homes. This man just posted an interesting photograph to Reddit stating that they found a metal obelisk in the middle of the woods. The image has been liked tens of thousands of times and has been shared across social media with people giving their opinions on what they think it is and how it got there. Interestingly, those who saw the image said that it could have been left over from the monolith craze that happened a few years back. In an era dominated by technological advancements and the free flow of information, the emergence of the enigmatic metallic monoliths captivated the entire world. Beginning in the latter part of 2020, these intriguing structures started appearing in remote and secluded locations across the globe, igniting a sense of wonder, curiosity, and a whirlwind of speculation. Standing as silent sentinels in disparate landscapes, from the deserts of Utah to the forests of Romania, these monoliths challenged our understanding of art, science, and the boundaries of human exploration. These enigmatic structures became a symbol of mystery and fascination, capturing the imagination of people worldwide. Their sudden appearance in such remote and unexplored areas left experts puzzled and eager to unravel their secrets. With their sleek metal exterior and minimalist design, the monoliths became a subject of great contemplation. The fascinating occurrence first came to light in November 2020, when a helicopter crew engaged in a routine wildlife survey stumbled upon an extraordinary sight in the secluded desert of southeastern Utah, USA. Emanating an enchanting aura, they came across an imposing 10-foot-tall metallic monolith glistening in the sunlight. This remarkable find seemed to have materialized out of thin air, reminiscent of science fiction tales, and the enigmatic monolithic structures depicted in the iconic film 2001, A Space Odyssey. This unexpected discovery captivated the world's imagination, piquing our curiosity about its origins and purpose, and sparking speculations about extraterrestrial involvement and unknown forces at play. The discovery of the Utah monolith created a worldwide craze as people across the globe became aware of its existence through the rapid spread of information on social media platforms and various news outlets. The intrigue surrounding its origins and purpose only served to intensify the attention it received. Countless speculations emerged, ranging from theories about extraterrestrial involvement to the possibility of it being an intricate art installation. The initial appearance of the Utah monolith marked the inception of a global phenomenon. Following its discovery, numerous monoliths started to emerge in secluded areas across the world. Notably, a comparable structure was stumbled upon in the remote Namp County of Romania, reigniting worldwide fascination. This event triggered a series of subsequent sightings, spanning diverse destinations including California, the Netherlands, Colombia, and even the Isle of Wight. Strikingly similar in their sleek metallic composition and intriguing geometric patterns. Each monolith captivated the attention of onlookers. The proliferation of these enigmatic structures not only engrossed the public but also generated a flurry of discussions and investigations as people sought to unravel the mystery behind their existence. The widespread presence of these monoliths all around the world has sparked numerous theories and speculations. One school of thought suggests that these structures may be the result of an intricate artistic endeavor undertaken by either a secretive individual or a collective that revels in enigmatic creations. On the other hand, some people entertain the idea that these monoliths could be part of a meticulously planned and executed prank or a groundbreaking piece of performance art intended to captivate audiences across the globe. The prevailing air of uncertainty surrounding these enigmatic structures only serves to heighten their allure. There is an undeniable mystique surrounding them that continues to intrigue and fascinate observers worldwide. In a remarkably quick manner, the enigmatic monoliths that had intrigued and fascinated people all around the world suddenly started to disappear. One of the most widely known among them, the Utah monolith, which initially captured global attention, mysteriously vanished within a few short weeks after its discovery. The circumstances surrounding their disappearance varied. In certain cases, local authorities were responsible for their removal, while in others, the vanishing of these monoliths remained shrouded in unexplained mystery. The multitude of theories surrounding the origins and disappearances of the monoliths continued to multiply and spread. Numerous individuals held the belief that these enigmatic structures were part of an elaborate viral marketing campaign or a grand global art experiment, while others postulated that they were erected by ambitious artists or mischievous tricksters seeking widespread recognition and notoriety. Additionally, there were a few who speculated about potential connections to clandestine government endeavors or a carefully coordinated attempt to establish communication with extraterrestrial entities, further fueling the intrigue and mystery surrounding these remarkable monoliths that captivated the world's attention. Irrespective of their origins and mysterious disappearance, the monoliths possessed an undeniable characteristic as artistic installations. By their very presence, these monoliths provoked a sense of awe and intrigue, captivating viewers and inviting contemplation about the purpose and meaning behind their enigmatic existence. These giant structures, known as monoliths, have come to symbolize the enduring human fascination with exploration, curiosity, and the desire to make a lasting impact on the world. As of the present moment, the creators of this entity remain unidentified, leaving their intentions shrouded in mystery, which has undoubtedly left people astonished. It is intriguing that despite the advancements in various fields, including technology, no one has come forward to claim that they were responsible. Oddly enough, mysterious monoliths have been found throughout the solar system. The universe, with its vastness and complexity, has always been a source of wonder and intrigue for humanity. Among the numerous cosmic mysteries, one phenomenon that has captured the imagination of scientists and space enthusiasts alike is the discovery of mysterious monoliths scattered throughout our solar system. These enigmatic structures, appearing on various celestial bodies, have fueled curiosity, speculation, and scientific inquiry. In the 1980s, as our exploration of the solar system continued, attention turned to Mars and its two small moons, Phobos and Deimos. Among these, Phobos became the focus of particular interest when, in 1989, the Soviet spacecraft Phobos 2 captured a series of perplexing images. These images revealed an imposing rectangular object on the surface of Phobos, leading to widespread speculation about its origin and purpose. Our own moon, Earth's celestial companion, has also been the site of intriguing discoveries. In 1998, the Lunar Prospector mission made a remarkable revelation, a magnetic anomaly near the moon's equator that defied explanation. This anomaly suggested the presence of a subsurface magnetic field or perhaps even a buried magnetic monolith. The moon's magnetic mystery spurred interest in lunar exploration and the search for answers about the origin of this enigmatic phenomenon. While subsequent missions provided valuable insights into the moon's geology and magnetism, the true nature of the lunar magnetic anomalies remains a subject of ongoing study and debate. One possible explanation for the placement of monoliths by advanced civilizations in various locations within the solar system is their intention to establish communication channels with extraterrestrial life forms. These enigmatic structures serve as cosmic beacons transmitting a diverse range of messages, such as the existence of intelligent beings, the possession of advanced technological know-how, or even a longing for interstellar collaboration. The primary motive behind strategically positioning these monolithic structures throughout the solar system is the desire to establish contact with other sentient beings. By doing so, advanced civilizations are attempting to bridge the communication gap that exists between disparate worlds. As mankind ventures further into the vast expanse of outer space, driven by the curiosity to connect with beings from distant realms, the appearance of monoliths holds great potential. These enigmatic structures could serve as powerful signals, illuminating our presence and showcasing our technological advancements to other intelligent life forms. In fact, this unique form of communication could potentially serve as a means for advanced extraterrestrial civilizations to initiate conversations and establish contact with emerging species, such as humanity, with the ultimate goal of fostering an exchange of knowledge and nurturing a sense of cosmic harmony. Monoliths have a multifaceted role in the universe, acting as significant markers that guide space explorers as they navigate their way through the vast solar system and beyond. These extraterrestrial structures, constructed by highly advanced civilizations, serve as cosmic signposts, illuminating safe pathways, highlighting crucial celestial bodies, and identifying areas of scientific importance. By acting as celestial lighthouses, these monoliths play a pivotal role in facilitating navigation and enabling the exploration of uncharted territories in the cosmos. Imagine a breathtaking future where the human race embarks on awe-inspiring voyages into the vast expanse of the cosmos. In this visionary scenario, remnants of ancient civilizations, scattered throughout the universe, beckon with their enigmatic allure. These ethereal cosmic remnants, akin to celestial guideposts, possess an incomparable potential to unlock profound cosmic secrets, unveiling unprecedented wonders that transcend our current understanding. The enigmatic monoliths not only function as enigmatic structures, but also hold the potential of being cosmic time capsules. Within their imposing exteriors lie the treasures of knowledge, art, and cultural artifacts from advanced civilizations that once thrived in the cosmos. These imposing structures act as custodians of wisdom and heritage, containing an immense wealth of information carefully preserved for future generations of cosmic voyagers. By strategically dispersing these temporal repositories across the entirety of the solar system, highly advanced societies would effectively safeguard and propagate their rich cultural legacy, regardless of the occurrence of catastrophic events or the relentless march of time. Subsequent generations of intrepid explorers and diligent scholars may eventually stumble upon these celestial troves, affording them a captivating window into the ethos and accomplishments of the enigmatic civilization that indelibly imprinted its mark upon the cosmos. Such an endeavor not only ensures the survival of this cultural heritage, but also enhances the likelihood of its unearthing for the benefit of future generations. Another fascinating avenue to consider is the potential utilization of the monoliths as cutting-edge tools for cosmic experimentation and scientific investigation. It is plausible that these majestic edifices possess highly advanced technological capabilities, allowing for the conduct of elaborate experiments on celestial phenomena, extensive studies on the intricate nature of space-time, or even the real-time monitoring of significant cosmic events and occurrences. Such an interpretation prompts a profound exploration into the possible ways in which these monoliths were intricately designed and engineered to serve as instruments. By strategically dispersing these colossal structures throughout the entire expanse of the solar system, highly advanced societies have the remarkable ability to collect invaluable information from diverse cosmic surroundings, thereby propelling their comprehension of the intricacies of the universe to unprecedented heights. In essence, these awe-inspiring monuments evolve into ethereal laboratories, providing a conduit for civilizations to continually immerse themselves in groundbreaking experiments that transcend the boundaries of both time and space. Throughout the vast expanse of the solar system, it is believed that advanced civilizations may have strategically positioned monoliths for a profound purpose as magnificent manifestations of cosmic art. These enigmatic structures serve as remarkable symbols of the aesthetic sensibilities and boundless creativity possessed by these extraterrestrial civilizations, surpassing the limitations of language and cultural barriers. The mesmerizing structures of the monoliths with their precise geometrical formations, intricate designs, and polished exteriors possess a profound symbolism that goes beyond mere physicality. These enigmatic artifacts may be perceived as an embodiment of cosmic artistry, serving as a testament to the belief that the expansive cosmos serves as a boundless canvas for imaginative expression. As these captivating sculptures dot various corners of the solar system, it is not unfathomable to consider that their purpose lies in inspiring forthcoming generations to embrace the awe-inspiring magnificence and splendor of the universe. The idea of highly developed civilizations strategically positioning monolithic structures across our entire solar system, although speculative in nature, sparks our curiosity and leads us to contemplate the immense potential and enigmatic nature of the cosmos. Whether these monoliths were intended as a means of cosmic communication, markers to guide us, time capsules carrying knowledge of the ages, scientific tools aiding our understanding, or simply artistic expressions, they serve as tangible evidence of the profound connection between intelligent beings and the vast expanse of the universe. While concrete evidence of the existence of these enigmatic structures remains elusive, the mere notion of their presence stands as a testament to the insatiable curiosity and limitless imagination that defines humanity. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of our vast cosmos and embark on a quest to uncover extraterrestrial life, the concept of monoliths serves as a poignant reminder that the universe acts as an expansive and awe-inspiring tapestry brimming with cosmic enigmas. Unsolved mysteries have always intrigued people because they represent the unknown and the unexplained, which can be both fascinating and unsettling. Humans are naturally curious creatures, and we are always looking for answers to the questions that intrigue us. Unsolved mysteries present a challenge to our curiosity, prompting us to investigate and search for answers. Mysterious object spotted above Iceland. This mysterious object was captured above Iceland, prompting people to speculate what it was. Oddly enough, it could be seen leaving a large trail behind it, but those who witnessed it said that it didn't look like a plane. Interestingly, when the photographs were uploaded, others said they had seen similar-looking objects, but did say that they weren't as big as this. One idea that was put forward was that it could have come from space. In the last 12 months, NASA and the European Space Agency have reported several objects that have come close to our planet. But it was reported that at the time of this sighting, there was no meteor in the area that matched the description of this object. Others went down the route of suggesting that the object could be a mysterious aircraft. One interesting thing about this photograph is that it's really clear, something that doesn't usually happen with these types of images. Another observation that people have made is that it looks like the smoke is ringed, with many saying that they haven't seen anything like this before. As of right now, not much information can be found about the object. Some have said that if it did come from space, then NASA and other space agencies didn't detect it, something that would be very unlikely as space agencies use a variety of methods to detect asteroids and other near-Earth objects. Space agencies use large telescopes on the ground to scan the sky for asteroids. These telescopes can detect the faint light emitted by asteroids and track their movements over time to determine their orbits. Radar detection is also used to detect space debris. Radar signals bounce off the surface of the asteroid, allowing scientists to measure its size, shape, and other properties. Asteroids emit infrared radiation, which can be detected by space-based or ground-based telescopes equipped with infrared sensors. This can help scientists determine the asteroid's size, shape, and composition. Once an asteroid has been detected, space agencies can use a variety of methods to study it in more detail, such as sending spacecraft to take measurements or analyzing the light reflected by the asteroid to determine its composition. It's for this reason that those who've seen these images have said that the object's identity remains a mystery. Everyone is well aware by now of what's happening around the world. Although some of these events can be unsettling, others have said that during times of hardship, we are sent signs to help us through these difficult moments. Interestingly, just recently, something was seen above Ada County in Table Rock, Idaho. The photograph was taken by the Boise Police Department, who then uploaded it to social media, and it led to some people saying that it was a sign. After the photograph was posted, others then came forward and said that they had seen the same thing, detailing that the object was bright and in the shape of a cross. Due to the shape of the object, some said that it could have been a sign sent from above. Often when there's conflict, Those affected will look to a higher power, praying that a peaceful solution is reached so that no one else will be harmed. Whether there's been a tragedy or general hardship, people will often look up for answers. And during many dark times, people have said that they've seen or encountered things that will give them hope. In the darkness, there's always light somewhere. And it's for this reason that many people never truly feel alone during these dark periods. What's strange is that while looking at these objects, many have reported that they felt an overwhelming feeling of joy, as if they've been recharged. One user said the following, "I'll tell you this, there aren't too many moments that a picture will stop me in my tracks. This one did. That cross on Table Rock has meant a lot to a lot of people over the years. I know it means a lot to me. I feel lucky to see it every morning as I drive to work on Overland." End quote. While this user said the following, "Some days are tough and it can be really hard to drag myself out of the house, but seeing the cross above Table Rock really does help me. It gives me a sense that I'm not alone and there's something bigger than what I'm going through." Many of us who live in this area are aware of the object, and I personally know many people that it's helped out. When you see it for the first time, it really is the most incredible experience. I've had people say to me that it's not real, and my response to that is, how do you explain the feelings I got when I saw this for the first time? The joy, the feeling of hope. Are those feelings also fake? I can't physically fake the experience I have when seeing the cross. End quote. Another user shared the following story. "My grandfather would wear a cross around his neck. And one particular occasion we were driving through Table Rock. He was a firefighter and he was telling me about some old stories. One story that he always regrets was when he and his team were attending to a house fire of an elderly couple. The team didn't get there in time and the elderly woman inhaled a lot of smoke which caused her health to deteriorate. My grandfather always blamed himself and said that if they were a few minutes early, perhaps the outcome could have been different. Just as he was saying how he felt bad and that it was his fault, this giant cross appeared in the sky as we were driving through Table Rock. I remember that he broke down in tears. He viewed that experience as a higher power telling him that it wasn't his fault, and the fact it appeared at the sad part of the story makes us think that something was sending him a message. He said that he's never forgotten that experience and says that it was one of the greatest things he ever witnessed. He no longer feels bad about the story and understands that some things are out of his control." End quote. Interestingly, this isn't the first time that a strange object in the shape of a cross has been witnessed. And, oddly enough, when researching these cases, many of these sightings occur just after something bad has happened. Although we covered the Devon flying cross in a previous video, there appears to be various documented cases of these flying crosses all across the world. One strange sighting was that of the Sussex flying cross. Interestingly enough, this would not be the only sighting of a flying cross made by police officers during this period of time. In fact, less than 24 hours after the Devon flying cross encounter, there would come a follow-up report made on the October 25th in 1967, which features a group of policemen in 5 different police cars found at different locations across the area of East Sussex, all reporting corroborating stories of a bright flying cross sometime between 4 in the morning to 5 in the morning, similar to the Devon flying cross encounter. According to the police report, the first police car witnessed the Sussex flying cross take shape at around 4:45 in the morning near Halland, East Sussex. Additional sightings made independently by police officers in different regions would begin to pour in over the course of an hour before the flying cross would disappear without a trace. Again, the British Ministry of Defence would provide the explanation that the sightings of the flying cross were merely mistaken sightings of Venus in the night sky. The Dorset Coast flying cross encounter. The last known flying cross sighting during that month would be made 24 hours after the East Sussex sighting and 48 hours after the Devon flying cross encounter, and would be referred to as the Dorset Coast flying cross encounter. Unfortunately for the eyewitness, no police officers would come forward to confirm the sighting themselves. However, a 50-year-old man by the name of Mr. Angus Brooks, a retired administrator for the British Overseas Airways Corporation for the company's Comet fleet and an ex-military photographic interpreter, would detail the entire event that took place on the October 26th of 1967. According to Mr. Angus Brooks, as he was walking on Moyne Down alongside the Dorset coast and a mile south of Alamoine on the A354, it was around 11:25 in the morning when he noticed a vapor trail in the sky that seemed to vanish without a craft in sight. Shortly after noticing this strange sighting, Mr. Brooks began to feel a force 8 gale, a strong wind that could easily have thrown him about. As he was walking his 2 dogs, he quickly found a small depression to take shelter until the gale would pass. It was at this moment that Mr. Brooks claims he saw a translucent craft that was described as being circular in nature, with a girder at the front of the craft, and 3 girders pointing to the rear of the craft. He would provide the following statement to the press following the incident. The shape of the craft prior to leveling out to hover position was of a central circular chamber, estimated to be 25 feet in diameter and 12 feet high, with a leading fuselage in the front and 3 separate fuselages together at the rear. Each of the 4 was 70 feet long, 7 feet high, and 8 feet wide. On slowing to hover position, the 2 outer fuselages at the rear moved to the side of the craft to form 4 fuselages at equidistant position around the center chamber. There were no visible power units and no noise of applied power for reverse thrust, movement of fuselages, or for hovering. On attaining hover, the craft rotated 90 degrees clockwise and then remained motionless, unaffected by very strong wind. From my position, the craft's construction was of a translucent material. The color of the craft took on the color of the sky above it and changed with clouds passing over it. There could have been a clear material at the top of fuselages and center chamber. There were dark center shadows along the bases of the fuselages and center chamber. No movement was observed at any time of the operators, no portholes or crew viewing windscreens at nose of fuselages. The nose cones of the fuselages were the reverse to our conventional types. The groove fins along the bases of the fuselages did not open or close." End quote. It was at this point that the girders of the craft began to reorient themselves into the shape of a cross surrounding the central disk, estimated at being 25 feet in diameter. Less than 25 minutes after this sighting, the craft shot off into the northeast direction and disappeared entirely. Shortly after the incident, Mr. Angus Brooks reported extreme agitation in his dogs over the following days after having spotted the craft together. Less than 2 weeks later, one of his dogs, a large Alsatian, would pass away while under supposedly good health. Due to the mysterious reports surrounding this aircraft, along with the 2 police officers suddenly going quiet, it's caused some researchers to speculate whether the government was aware of this craft and told those who encountered it to be quiet and not talk about it. Although this seems unlikely, various people who've worked for the government have said that they were told not to talk about their sightings and that if they did, they would feel the consequences. It's hard to imagine that police officers who often drive around at early hours in the morning would misinterpret the planet Venus. After all, it's visible most evenings, and once pulled over, it's very easy to distinguish a planet with a moving object. It's for this reason that researchers who've looked into the case have said that the event was downplayed, and by suggesting it was a planet, it causes the eyewitnesses to come across as not believable. People across the surrounding areas came out in support of the eyewitnesses and said that they too saw a glowing object in the shape of a cross. Another suggestion was that government officials were well aware of the object, but didn't want people talking about it and so came up with the explanation of it being Venus. This wouldn't be the first time that mysterious aircrafts were spotted above the United Kingdom. Interestingly, between the 1940s and early 2000, some of the most well-known sightings made across the United Kingdom would hit major news outlets all across the world. Some eyewitness reports during this time would end up at the center of investigations surrounding covered-up research by the British Ministry of Defence, whereas other impossible-to-understand sightings would lead to hotspot centers lasting over the course of several decades. Eileen Arnold's altered state. Back in February of 1942, while journeying down the Cheltenham High Street, a woman by the name of Eileen Arnold claimed that she had suddenly felt overwhelmed by a heightened state of altered consciousness. Although she does not go into great detail surrounding the feeling, she claims that she felt as if she had tuned into another reality or parallel world. Fearing that something was wrong, she continued walking down Cheltenham High Street while glancing around in the hopes of finding any noticeable differences between her own reality and this new one that she felt she could see into. It was at this moment that Eileen Arnold claimed a massive oval-shaped flying craft began hovering above the rooftops of the buildings surrounding her, passing over her and flying down the direction of the high street. She described the craft as radiating several different sources of light from dents that wrapped around the side of the craft. Different areas of the craft were equipped with quills that, when detached from the craft, would leave behind bright lights. When questioned about what she experienced, Eileen Arnold believed that the craft had tapped into some psychic connection with her and triggered an altered state of consciousness that would allow her to experience further psychic connections for the rest of her life. As of right now, it's not known what these mysterious objects are. These crosses have been linked to religious experiences, and it's caused some amateur researchers to suggest that people have been seeing them for years now, and they've helped contribute to people's faith. What they are is not entirely understood. Those who've been close to them have said that they are physical crafts, and that they give of a bright light which makes it difficult to see what they are. As of right now, it's not entirely understood where these objects are coming from. But those who've seen them have said that they're definitely not Venus or any other celestial object. These strange aircrafts are still being sighted to this day, with many of them being seen above zones that are engaged in conflict. Soldiers have also come forward and detailed their encounters with them, with one individual saying that their encounter happened back in 2002, describing the object as looking like a bright cross, and saying that it hovered in the sky motionless before making a quick exit. To this day, they're not sure what it was that they had witnessed, but their description is eerily similar to other eyewitnesses. The Paris catacombs, a vast subterranean labyrinth beneath the streets of Paris, have long captured the imagination of adventurers, historians, and thrill-seekers alike. Originally built as quarries to mine limestone during the Roman era, the catacombs were later repurposed as a mass burial site in the 18th century, housing the remains of more than 6 million Parisians. In the 1990s, chilling found footage emerged capturing the harrowing journey of a man who got lost within the catacombs and was never seen again. The Paris catacombs encompass more than 200 miles of underground tunnel, chambers, and galleries, making it one of the largest oakeries in the world. Over the centuries, the catacombs have served various purposes, from a clandestine meeting place for revolutionaries during the French Revolution to a hideout for members of the French resistance during World War II. Despite the fascinating history of the catacombs, their vast and labyrinth nature presents a significant danger to those who venture off the designated paths. The maze of tunnels can be disorienting, and inexperienced explorers run the risk of becoming lost or trapped within the catacombs. In the early 1990s, a group of Parisian catacomb explorers, known as cataphiles, stumbled upon a discarded video camera deep within the tunnels. The camera contained a chilling piece of found footage, which captured the journey of an unidentified man as he ventured deeper into the catacombs, eventually becoming disoriented and lost. The footage shows the man's mounting panic and desperation as he navigates the seemingly endless maze of tunnels before ultimately abandoning his camera and disappearing into the darkness. The found footage was later aired in a 2000 documentary titled The Forbidden Paris Catacombs, sparking widespread interest and speculation about the identity and fate of the lost explorer. The authenticity of the found footage has been a subject of debate among skeptics and enthusiasts alike. While some believe the footage to be a genuine documentation of the man's harrowing experience, others have argued that it could be an elaborate hoax staged to create a sensational story. Nevertheless, the footage has prompted numerous investigations and search efforts to uncover the identity of the lost explorer and determine his ultimate fate. Despite these efforts, the man's identity remains unknown, and no trace of him has been found within the catacombs. Several theories have been proposed to explain the man's disappearance, ranging from the possibility that he succumbed to hypothermia or dehydration in the tunnels to the more sinister notion that he was intentionally led astray by malicious individuals or supernatural forces. Nonetheless, the existence of the footage can be supported by an argument, given that no one has come forward to claim the ownership of it ever since it was initially broadcasted almost 2 decades ago. Even those involved in the documentary haven't made much noise around it, leading many to believe that it's unlikely that they're benefiting from it financially. Assuming the authenticity of the found footage, the main concern is to uncover the fate of the individual. Investigating this specific topic has posed difficulties in terms of reliable sources, given the scarcity of information available. Although various sources have linked paranormal activity to the video, researchers who live close to the area believe that a more plausible explanation can be derived. The catacombs consist of tunnels that extend for 150 to 200 miles, making it easy to become disoriented and lost. As evident from past rescues of stranded teenagers, It's not uncommon for people to lose their way amidst the catacombs. With temperatures averaging at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, it's possible that the man in the video lost his bearings and eventually succumbed to hypothermia. The enigma of the found footage of the lost Paris catacombs explorer continues to captivate and mystify those who delve into the dark history of this subterranean ossuary. The chilling footage serves as a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in venturing into the catacombs, as well as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. The fate of the lost explorer remains a mystery shrouded in the shadows of the Parisian underworld and the murky depths of human imagination. The chilling atmosphere and macabre history of this subterranean world have given rise to countless legends, ghost stories, and tales of supernatural encounters. The Paris catacombs originated as limestone quarries during the Roman era, supplying materials for the city's construction. By the 18th century, Paris was grappling with the issue of overcrowded cemeteries, particularly the Central Cemetery of the Innocents, which was becoming a public health hazard. To address this problem, authorities decided to convert the abandoned quarries into an ossuary, a process that began in 1786 and continued until the mid-19th century. The bones from the overcrowded cemeteries were transported to the catacombs with great ceremony, blessed by priests, and carefully arranged in artistic patterns. The dark labyrinthine nature of the catacombs, combined with their macabre history, has fostered an atmosphere ripe for supernatural speculation. Over time, numerous legends have emerged, with some claiming that the tunnels are haunted by the spirits of those whose remains lie within, while others speak of the ghosts of revolutionaries and members of the French resistance who once sought refuge in the tunnels. Many visitors have reported inexplicable occurrences, such as sudden drops in temperature, unexplained noises, and even apparitions. Some believe that the spirits trapped within the tunnels are restless and tormented, drawn to the living who venture into their realm. In addition to ghostly encounters, there are also tales of mysterious creatures dwelling in the depths of the tunnels, further fueling the supernatural aura that surrounds this subterranean world. These legends have been perpetuated and amplified by popular culture, with the tunnels serving as the setting for numerous novels, films, and television shows that explore the theme of the haunted and the unknown. The Paris catacombs continue to captivate and intrigue visitors from around the world, drawn to their chilling history and the potential for supernatural encounters. The legends of the haunted catacombs also serve as a source of inspiration for those seeking to delve into the realms of the paranormal. Many ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts have ventured into the tunnels armed with equipment designed to detect and document supernatural phenomena in the hope of capturing definitive evidence of the spirits that are said to dwell within. The haunting history of the Paris catacombs is a testament to the enduring fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. The chilling atmosphere, combined with the macabre history of this subterranean world, has given rise to countless legends and ghost stories that continue to captivate the imagination. As a site of cultural and historical significance, the catacombs serve as a powerful reminder of the mysteries of the afterlife, drawing visitors from around the world. Today, the tunnels house the remains of an estimated 6 million people, making them one of the largest ossuaries in the world. The tunnels are a significant cultural and historical site, offering a unique window into the city's past. They serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the passage of time. Each year, thousands of tourists descend into the depths of the catacombs, eager to experience the eerie atmosphere and learn about their history. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in cataphiles, urban explorers who venture off the designated paths to explore the forbidden sections of the catacombs. While these adventures can be thrilling, they are also dangerous, as the tunnels can be disorienting and treacherous. Many who've explored the tunnels have said that there's evidence of residual haunting. Residual haunting is a term used in the field of paranormal research to describe a type of haunting that is believed to be a mere playback of past events, rather than an active interaction with an intelligent spirit. This phenomenon has been the subject of much debate and speculation among paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Residual haunting is a phenomenon in which seemingly paranormal occurrences appear to be replaying events from the past, often in a repetitive and consistent manner. These hauntings are believed to be the result of powerful emotions or traumatic experiences that have left an indelible imprint on the environment, causing the events to replay like a recording. Unlike traditional hauntings, which involve an intelligent spirit actively interacting with the living, residual hauntings are thought to be devoid of any conscious presence. Instead, they are said to be merely an echo of the past with no ability to interact or communicate with the living. The concept of residual haunting has led to several theories attempting to explain the phenomenon. One popular explanation is the stone tape theory, which posits that certain materials, such as stone or metal, can absorb and store the energy of past events. When the right conditions are present, this stored energy may be released, allowing the events to replay in a seemingly paranormal manner. Another theory suggests that residual hauntings may be the result of a psychic imprint left by powerful emotions or experiences. This psychic energy may become embedded in the environment and can be perceived by individuals who are sensitive to such energy, resulting in the perception of a haunting. It is important to note that these theories, while intriguing, remain speculative and have not been empirically proven. Critics argue that the concept of residual haunting may be an attempt to rationalize seemingly inexplicable phenomena, attributing them to natural or psychological causes rather than supernatural intervention. The concept of residual haunting has found its way into various forms of popular culture, including literature, film, and television. Stories of residual hauntings often focus on the eerie nature of witnessing past events unfold as if they were occurring in real time, with the characters in the story struggling to understand and come to terms with the phenomenon. These tales often serve as a metaphor for the enduring power of the past and its ability to continue to impact the present. Additionally, the concept of residual haunting can serve as a source of inspiration for those interested in exploring the mysterious and unknown realms of the paranormal. The existence of residual hauntings remains a contentious issue, with skeptics arguing that such phenomena can be more readily explained by psychological factors, such as suggestibility and the power of expectation rather than supernatural intervention. However, proponents of the residual haunting theory point to the consistency and specificity of reported experiences as evidence of a genuine paranormal phenomenon. While definitive proof of residual hauntings remains elusive, the concept continues to fascinate and captivate those interested in exploring the mysteries of the paranormal world. Residual haunting is a captivating concept that offers a unique perspective on the nature of paranormal phenomena. While the existence of residual hauntings remains a topic of debate and speculation, the concept continues to intrigue and inspire those interested in the paranormal world. Whether seen as echoes of the past, psychic imprints, or a mere figment of the imagination, residual hauntings serve as a powerful reminder of the enduring fascination with the unknown and the mysterious world beyond our understanding. The unexplained disappearance of Kenny Veach. Kenny Veach was a 47-year-old avid hiker of the Mojave Desert in Nevada. On November 10, 2014, he told his family he planned to go on a 2-day hike in the mountains and look for a cave. He never returned. Veach was an experienced hiker who often took solo trips to explore the Mojave and Great Basin deserts of Nevada and California, respectively. He was a minimalist or ultralight hiker. Even though he would camp out for days at a time, he only ever brought the bare minimum of supplies. He rarely brought a GPS, compass, or map. Although he had successfully completed many hikes in his lifetime in that manner, it is still an incredibly reckless way to hike. Veach had a YouTube channel under the name Snakebit McGee, where he had uploaded a few videos but mostly used it to watch and comment on others. His channel name came from his tendency to pick up snakes whenever he found them. He was bitten by a rattlesnake, which is where his tag name came from. On June 2014, he commented on a video titled "Son of an Area 51 Technician." In his comment, he stated that he had found an M-shaped cave about 7 miles out from Nellis Air Force Base in the Sheep Mountains, which are north of Las Vegas, Nevada. He explained that he was an experienced tiger who regularly found abandoned mine shafts and explored them, picked up rattlesnakes for fun, solo hiked across mountains author would fear to go, and even came close to Area 51. Despite all this, he never went into the M cave. He claimed that as he began to enter the hidden cave, his entire body began to vibrate. The further in he went, the worse the shaking became. He suddenly grew very scared and quickly ran out of the cave and hiked back to his car. His comments sparked an interest with others who encouraged Beach to go out and discover the cave again, this time filming the entire hike. He agreed and left to find it a second time, carrying along with him a video camera and a 9mm handgun. He posted a video of his hike, but unfortunately was unable to find the mystery cave. The viewers criticized him and provoked him to go out a third time. On November 10, 2014, he left for an overnight trip, but never came back. After 2 days and no return, his family contacted authorities who conducted a search. In the beginning of the video he had previously posted, he stood by an abandoned mineshaft while narrating his mission details. It was at that mineshaft that search and rescue found his cell phone, 10 days after the search began. Over 30 search and rescue volunteers conducted 3 separate searches and a helicopter flyover to no avail. The trail went cold after that. Many conspiracy theories cropped up. Did he fall down the mineshaft, or had he stumbled upon a hidden entrance to Area 51 and discovered a dangerous military secret? Was he just a reckless hiker who injured himself? Or did he reach the M cave and find something ominous inside? A woman claiming to be his girlfriend later posted a comment on his last video that stated she did not believe he had had an accident. She explained that he had been suffering from depression for some time and had quit his job the year prior, so she argued that he had most likely taken his own life. So far, no conclusion has yet to be drawn about Kenny Veach's mysterious disappearance. Interestingly, someone on social media came forward and said that they found the entrance to the cave, noting that when you look at it from above, the M shape can easily be seen. They said the following: "This photograph is interesting because it seems that the M shape is only visible from certain angles. And I think this is why the cave has never been officially found. People's view may be obstructed, or they may have walked past it without realizing. Some of these cave systems are hidden, and unless you happen to be looking at it from the right angle, the cave's entrance could take on a completely different appearance." It is difficult to provide an exact number of caves in the Mojave Desert, as many are still unexplored and undocumented. However, it is estimated that there are hundreds of caves located throughout the Mojave Desert region spanning across California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. Many of these caves are located in remote and difficult-to-reach areas, and some have been designated as protected areas due to the presence of sensitive or endangered species within them. The actual number of caves in the Mojave Desert may never be known due to the vast and rugged terrain of the region. The man said that the area is hard to reach and doesn't even know if it's visible from the ground. However, they did say in another comment that they want to go out there and investigate it for themselves, saying that they might bring their drone with them in order to help identify where this particular cave is. Kenny said the following about the mysterious cave: "I solo hike across mountain tops that most people wouldn't dare go. I have been in more caves than I can count, and I play with rattlesnakes for fun. But this one particular cave was beyond anything I had ever encountered. I've been doing this sort of thing for over 20 years. I go where no one goes, and I never take anyone with me. I find skulls of all shapes and sizes, and occasionally I find really old animal traps. I hike over mountaintop after mountaintop and sleep on peaks under the stars. Sometimes I have to scale giant cliffs to get myself out of a jam, but I always make it back. I'm beat up and tired, and my pack is almost always heavier than when I left. I had to be rescued only one time by a helicopter. I'd blown out my left leg at the top of the mountain, and I only had a cup of water left to get me 20 miles back to my truck. It was also over 100 degrees, so I have a very good safety record." End quote. Oddly enough, a woman claiming to be his girlfriend posted the following comment on one of his videos. She said the following: "I am the girlfriend that Kenny spoke of in the video. There are so many posts, and I had no idea until a friend let me know. So many people are wondering what happened and guessing different things. You are heartfelt about the sadness around what has happened with Kenny. He has not been found, and I feel that he probably will not be found for many months, if ever. I want to share what I know and feel about what happened so that you might bring some closure and understanding in your own lives. Kenny absolutely loved hiking in the desert. It was his very favorite thing to do. We hiked and camped together all over the Nevada desert, sometimes 9 hours in a day. We found many abandoned mining towns, usually referred to as ghost towns by Nevada hikers. We explored many caves and mine shafts. We were always careful how we explored them, but Kenny was a bit more daring than I was. We wore snake guards, sun protective clothing, used walking sticks, brought enough water and food for the hiking hours, and had extra water and food in the car. I want you to know that I do not think Kenny had an accident. I believe he took his life. He battled for many years and would not take medication or see a doctor. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. The search for him was started within a couple days of my call. Over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done, and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. End quote. Although many users believed that these comments were the real deal, others said that it could have been some random person posting about Kenny and said that there's no way of identifying whether this person is genuine and stated that they could have just created an account. Oddly enough, it's reported that hikers have found various strange caves throughout the United States, but park rangers have come forward and said that he most likely didn't prepare for the hike, or that the comments from his girlfriend were true and that he headed into the desert and ended things. The Mojave Desert is considered dangerous for several reasons. Firstly, the desert is extremely hot and dry, with temperatures that can easily reach well over 100 degrees during the day and drop to below freezing at night. This can cause dehydration, heat stroke, and other heat-related illnesses for those who are not properly prepared. Additionally, the Mojave Desert is home to several venomous animals, including rattlesnakes, scorpions, and spiders. Hikers and visitors to the area should take precautions to avoid contact with these animals and seek medical attention if bitten. The desert is also vast and rugged, with many remote areas that are difficult to access and lacking in water sources. This can make it easy for hikers and visitors to become lost or stranded, leading to potentially life-threatening situations. Finally, the Mojave Desert is home to military bases and testing sites, some of which may be off-limits to the public. Visitors should be aware of these areas and avoid trespassing as they may face legal consequences or encounter hazardous materials or weapons. It is difficult to provide an exact number of mysterious aircrafts that are reported each year as there is no central agency or organization that tracks all reported sightings. However, various organizations and websites collect and analyze reports of mysterious aircrafts from around the world. The National Reporting Center in the United States, for example, receives thousands of reports each year, with over 5,000 reports received in 2020 alone. Similarly, other research organizations have come forward and said that they receive hundreds of reports each month. In addition to these organizations, there are many other websites and social media platforms where people can report their sightings, making it difficult to accurately estimate the total number of reports each year. Just recently, people across the world have reported strange objects flying to the ground, with many of the eyewitnesses saying that these objects remind them of planes. Due to the objects appearing as though they are on fire, it's caused witnesses to phone police stations and report their sightings, saying that they're worried that someone might be in trouble and may need some assistance. Oddly enough, in nearly all of these cases, the mysterious object is never identified. The eyewitnesses are never given an explanation for what they saw, and no one seems to know what the object was and what happened. This happened just recently above Kelowna, Canada. One eyewitness said the following: "I was loading up my van at around 7 in the morning, and as I'm loading up I heard a delivery driver go by. Then I heard him stop and back up, and as he backed up, I turned and looked at him. He pointed to the sky and asked if I could see the strange object. I turned around and looked, and couldn't understand what it was. The object looked to be on fire, with a trail of black smoke. I walked to a good spot where I could get a good view and took a picture. My first thought was a contrail, but the orange section of it never changed over time, which I thought it would as the sun came up." Oddly enough, various news agencies throughout the area wanted to get to the bottom of what this object was, and so reached out to professionals such as astronomers and weather experts. The H.R. MacMillan Space Center in Vancouver said that they had seen the mysterious object, but noted that their astronomers didn't think it was a meteorite or a satellite, saying that the way the object acted wasn't the same as a meteorite. The Space Center said that it was visible in the sky for too long for it to have been a meteor or a fireball, and that the light from meteors and satellite debris don't usually last for minutes. The Space Center also said that they hadn't tracked another above the area, and that there were no reports of fireballs from the International Meteor Organization. The International Meteor Organization is a non-profit organization that is dedicated to the scientific study of meteors and meteor showers. The organization was founded in 1988 and is headquartered in Belgium. The International Meteor Organization is made up of amateur and professional astronomers from around the world who work together to observe and study meteors. The organization maintains a global network of observers who record and report meteor observations using standardized methods and equipment. The data collected by the International Meteor Organization is used to study the distribution, motion, and composition of meteoroids, the small rocks and debris that produce meteors when they enter the Earth's atmosphere. The International Meteor Organization also coordinates and promotes public observing campaigns for major meteor showers, such as the Perseids, Leonids, and Geminids. These campaigns provide opportunities for amateur astronomers and the general public to observe and learn about meteors and contribute their observations to the organization's database. One police officer located in England said that they investigated one of these strange objects and noted that their team couldn't explain what it was. They posted photographs to social media in order to try and better understand what it was that they had witnessed, but said that all this did was cause more confusion. What's strange about these sightings is that when they are investigated by law enforcement, they never seem to be able to find any signs of wreckage or proof that the object had been above the area. The Kelowna International Airport said that they were aware of the object, but said that they were confused as to what it was, and that they had no instrumentation that was able to track it. Despite the high number of reported sightings each year, the majority of these sightings are not investigated in detail, and few are able to be definitively explained. This has led to ongoing debates about the nature and origin of mysterious sightings. These mysterious objects continue to capture our imagination, and the topic has always been a source of fascination for many people. One of the biggest reasons why these strange objects interest us is the mystery surrounding them. They are often seen as strange, and the objects that are sighted often defy explanation, which makes them intriguing. Many people believe that these strange aircrafts are evidence of advanced life forms, which would be a groundbreaking discovery if proven true. The idea of contact with intelligent beings from other planets is an exciting prospect that captivates the imagination. These sightings and encounters have often been linked to government officials, which adds another layer of intrigue to the phenomenon. Overall, these mysterious aircrafts interest us because they represent an unknown and potentially significant discovery that could have far-reaching implications for our understanding of the universe and our place in it. As of right now, people continue to report these strange burning objects in the sky, and even when investigated by officials in the area, it seems that we get no closer to understanding what they are and where they came from. The United States government has investigated mysterious aircrafts on multiple occasions. One of the most well-known investigations conducted by the U.S. government happened from 1952 to 1969. During this investigation, the Air Force looked into over 12,000 reported sightings, and the majority of these were explained as natural phenomena or misidentifications of aircraft, balloons, or other objects. However, there were several sightings that could not be explained and were labeled as unidentified. Someone on social media sent us this photograph saying that it was captured above the United States. They couldn't explain what the object was in the sky, detailing that it looked to be in the shape of a black triangle. The photographs were soon sent to various online groups that investigate mysterious phenomena, and the majority of them agreed that this was a black triangle, a mysterious aircraft that's been sighted across the United States for several decades. The mystery here, though, is that no one is sure what they are and who they belong to. If they belong to the United States military, then it proves that they have technology far superior than anyone else, as these aircrafts have been observed outmaneuvering jets and traveling at tens of thousands of miles per hour. When these types of photographs are taken, it's very hard for the eyewitnesses to be able to record the encounter, mainly because the vast majority of eyewitnesses aren't expecting to see anything, so the encounter is usually rushed, leaving those involved with more questions than answers. The phenomenon of black triangles has been a topic of interest and debate for many years. Reports of these triangular-shaped aircrafts have been documented across the world, and many people believe that they are extraterrestrial in origin. The first recorded sighting of a black triangle was in 1561 over Nuremberg. The 1561 celestial phenomenon over Nuremberg was a rare and unusual event that occurred on April 14, 1561, in Nuremberg, Germany. It was an aerial battle that took place in the sky above the city and involved a large number of strange flying objects that were described as spheres, cylinders, triangles, and crosses. This event has been the subject of much debate and speculation among researchers and historians over the years. The event began at dawn when a number of large black spheres were seen emerging from the sky. These spheres were said to be as big as a small house and were followed by a series of smaller objects, some of which were described as cylinders and others as crosses. Witnesses reported seeing these objects move and dart around in the sky in a chaotic and violent manner, as if engaged in some sort of aerial battle. According to contemporary accounts, the objects emitted a strange noise that sounded like a great many men, women, and children screaming. Some witnesses reported feeling a sense of dread and fear as they watched the objects in the sky, while others were filled with wonder and amazement. The event lasted for about an hour before the objects disappeared back into the sky. In the aftermath, the people of Nuremberg were left to wonder what had just happened. Some speculated that the objects were celestial in nature and had some sort of religious or divine significance. Others believed that they were the product of advanced technology or even extraterrestrial in origin. Over the years, the Nuremberg event has become one of the most famous and well-documented mass UFO sightings in history. Some researchers have suggested that the event may have been the result of a natural phenomenon, such as a meteor shower or an unusual weather pattern. Despite the many theories and speculations surrounding the Nuremberg event, no one has been able to provide a definitive explanation for what actually happened that day. The event remains an enigma and a mystery to this day, and continues to capture the imagination of believers and historians alike. One of the most famous black triangle sightings occurred in Belgium in 1989-1990. During this time, hundreds of people reported seeing a triangular-shaped aircraft with 3 bright lights. The sightings were so widespread that the Belgian Air Force launched an investigation, but they were unable to identify the object. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the Belgian black triangle sightings remain one of the most well-documented cases in history. In recent years, there have been numerous sightings of black triangles across the world, including in the United States, United Kingdom, and Mexico. These sightings have led to many theories about the origin of these objects. Some believe that they are controlled by advanced beings, while others suggest that they are top-secret military aircraft or drones. One popular theory is that black triangles are part of a secret military project. The U.S. Air Force has acknowledged that they are testing advanced aircraft, but they deny that any of these aircraft are triangular in shape. Despite this, many people remain convinced that the military is testing new aircraft and that black triangles are a part of this testing. Others believe that black triangles are evidence of advanced life forms. They point to the shape of the objects, which is not consistent with any known aircraft, and suggest that they must have been created by something incredibly advanced. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, it remains a popular belief among many enthusiasts. The impact of black triangle sightings on popular culture has been significant. The widespread interest in these sightings has also led to increased attention from the scientific community, with researchers studying the sightings in an attempt to explain their origin. As of right now, the phenomenon of black triangles is a topic of great interest and debate. While there is no concrete evidence to support any one theory about their origin, their widespread sightings suggest that they are more than just a myth. However, as the years go on and more evidence is presented, it is possible that we may one day uncover the truth behind these mysterious objects. The Aurora aircraft is a mysterious and controversial plane that has been the subject of much speculation and debate since the 1980s. Although the existence of the Aurora has never been officially confirmed by the U.S. government, many aviation enthusiasts and theorists believe that the plane is a highly classified stealth aircraft capable of flying at hypersonic speeds and reaching altitudes of up to 100,000 feet. The origins of the Aurora can be traced back to the late 1970s, when the U.S. Air Force began developing a replacement for the aging SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance plane. According to some accounts, the new plane was designed to be capable of flying at 6 times the speed of sound or faster, and to operate at altitudes well above those reachable by conventional aircraft. The Aurora was also believed to be equipped with advanced stealth technology that would make it virtually invisible to radar. The first reported sightings of the Aurora occurred in the early 1980s, when a number of witnesses in California, Nevada, and other states reported seeing a triangular-shaped aircraft flying at high speeds and making sharp turns. Over the years, Similar sightings have been reported in other parts of the world, including Europe, Australia, and Asia. As of right now, the U.S. government has never acknowledged the existence of the plane, and there are no official documents or photographs of the aurora. However, there have been numerous unofficial reports and rumors about the plane over the years, and some aviation experts believe that it may have been used in various covert operations and military missions. Some have gone further, speculating that the aurora is part of a secret government program to develop advanced technologies for use in space and extraterrestrial exploration. Some even claim that the plane is capable of interstellar travel and has been used to explore other planets and galaxies. Despite the lack of official confirmation or concrete evidence, the aurora continues to fascinate and intrigue many people. Its mysterious origins and alleged capabilities have led to countless theories and speculations, and the plane remains one of the most enigmatic and controversial aircraft in history. A few years back, a mysterious object could be seen opening up in the sky above Russia. The man who captured the footage said that an object could be seen forming in the sky, and then detailed that the object emitted a bright light, after which a smaller object could be seen flying out of it. The bizarre encounter left the man confused about what he had just witnessed, and in order to show his friends what he had seen, he decided to take some photographs so that he could analyze them at a later date. The man said that the object on the left was emitting a bright light, and that a smaller, dark object could be seen inside it, describing it as looking like a large orb that was dark in color. As he watched the event unfold, he said that it made no noise and didn't match a plane or a helicopter, saying that he couldn't explain how the smaller, darker object flew out of the initial object. When the photographs were shared online, people gave their opinions on what they thought it could be. Suggestions ranged from rocket launches to mysterious aircrafts. Oddly enough, there weren't any launches in the area at the time of the encounter, which caused the eyewitness to suggest that it belonged to something unknown. Another user suggested that it was a wormhole, or that the man had witnessed a rare atmospheric phenomena. Interestingly, around the same time, it was reported that fighter jets had been scrambled throughout the area, and some of these reports have come from military officials and pilots themselves. For example, in 2012, a Russian fighter jet was scrambled to investigate a mysterious aircraft that had been detected on radar. The pilot reported that the object was a glowing orb that was moving at an incredible speed. The pilot attempted to intercept the object, but it disappeared before he could get close. In 2017, Russian media reported that jets had been scrambled to intercept several mysterious aircrafts that had been detected over the Black Sea. The reports claimed that the objects were moving at incredible speeds and were able to evade the fighter jets. There have also been reports of military officials investigating mysterious aircrafts. In 2014, the Russian Ministry of Defense launched a special department to investigate these sightings. The department is staffed by military officials and scientists and is tasked with investigating any sightings that are reported. One of the most famous incidents of a Russian fighter jet encountering a mysterious object occurred in 1989. A Soviet MiG-29 fighter jet was scrambled to investigate a strange aircraft that had been detected on radar. The pilot reported that he had encountered a large saucer-shaped object that was emitting a bright light. The object was able to evade the fighter jet and disappeared before any further investigation could be conducted. These incidents have raised questions about whether the Russian government has knowledge of or involvement with these objects. Some theorists have suggested that the government has made contact with advanced beings and is working with them in secret. But as of right now, officials deny these claims and have said that the majority of these sightings can be explained. However, some fighter jet pilots have admitted that these aircrafts do have the ability to outmaneuver them, which has led to a series of questions being put forward by the general public. As of right now, while there have been reports of Russian fighter jets being scrambled to investigate these mysterious objects, officials have said that there is no concrete evidence to support the claims that these aircrafts belong to anything advanced. Interestingly, these mysterious orbs, also known as Foo Fighters, are a type of unidentified object that are typically described as small, glowing spheres of light. They have been reported by pilots, astronauts, and even everyday people for decades, with sightings dating back to World War II. One of the most famous cases of these orb sightings occurred during World War II, when Allied pilots reported seeing strange glowing objects flying alongside their planes, detailing that it was almost as if these mysterious objects were inspecting their planes and said that before they could fly towards them, they would shoot off at incredible speeds. These objects were dubbed Foo Fighters by the pilots, and their presence was often unnerving and mysterious, with many pilots detailing that they had no idea what they were. Some pilots reported that the orbs would follow their planes for long periods of time, performing aerial maneuvers that were beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft. In more recent times, these orb sightings have continued to occur, with many witnesses reporting seeing glowing spheres of light in the sky. These orbs have been described as being anywhere from the size of a basketball to as small as a golf ball, and they often appear to move in an intelligent and deliberate manner. Despite the prevalence of orb sightings, there is still much debate among scientists and researchers about what these objects could be. Some believe that they are simply natural phenomena, such as ball lightning or other types of atmospheric anomalies. However, others suggest that they may be evidence of advanced activity. One theory is that these orbs are actually some type of advanced drone technology developed by either a government or private organization. It is possible that these drones are being used for surveillance purposes or even for military operations. And interestingly, they have been observed in areas with high security, leading some researchers to speculate whether an unknown group is responsible for them. Another possibility is that these orbs are indeed extraterrestrial in origin and that they represent some type of reconnaissance or exploration mission. If this is the case, then it is possible that these orbs could be controlled remotely by an advanced civilization, or that they are being piloted by some type of artificial intelligence. As of right now, orb sightings continue to fascinate and mystify people around the world. While some dismiss these reports as mere hoaxes or misidentifications, others believe that they represent evidence of something truly extraordinary. Those who investigate these sightings have said that orb sightings are one of the most commonly reported aircraft. And over the years, pilots and eyewitnesses have been left confused by their sightings, saying that these mysterious objects have no visible propulsion system and are completely silent. One mystery is that every time these objects are photographed, they appear blurry, leading some researchers to say that these aircrafts might have the ability to interfere with electronics, which could explain why it's so difficult to capture them on camera. As of right now, what they are, how they are able to achieve what they do, and who they belong to remains a mystery.